Welcome to the Daily Review. This is Razak, Senior Trading Strategist here at CMTrading. And today is November 13th, 2023, and today is Monday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, the U.S. markets rally higher. But first, no major economic events scheduled for today. So as we look at the various markets, starting out with the Forex symbols, the major pair is pretty much wavering while we're watching the Turkish Lira continue to make new record lows. Now looking at the U.S. markets, both the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ rallied higher. And looking at commodities, gold and oil trickle lower. Now looking at the stocks, it's really the tech stocks that led the markets higher. And lastly, looking at cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin holds on to its gains. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So here we go with the Euro USD. We saw that it's wavering and trickling lower. However, it's not trickling as low as the GBP, which is showing some relative strength here. Now, we may find ourselves challenging to this 107.13-ish level once again, as that has been the resistance-ish level right now, okay? But we are going to consolidate in this area as well. Now, looking at the GBP, you can see we didn't get that bounce. We actually retraced all the way down to our 30-day moving average, which was a previous support level and a resistance level, really, for that matter, and then bounced off of it, but really not bouncing with any kind of gusto, any kind of move. So perhaps the British pound is going to show us further decline here, okay? And we're going to see some strength in the euro. So it's going to be a battle between the two and see how the dollar is going to end up. Now, looking at the Turkish Lira, can't make this stuff up. Every time it trickles a little bit stronger, it goes even lower, okay? Trading right now at 28.54. Now, this has gone a tremendous way from where we were about 3 years ago, okay? A tremendous retracement, a tremendous weakness versus the dollar. Now, jumping into commodities, gold trickling lower to 1938, okay? Went from 1950-ish level down to 1938. Went even further than that, but then bounced off of it as a spike. Now, looking at crude oil, we're wavering a little bit lower at $76 a barrel. Now, jumping to the U.S. markets, it's where it gets very interesting. We got another move up last week on the Dow Jones, as that is challenging its resistance-ish level at 34,248. Now looking at the NASDAQ, did trade higher and broke that resistance-ish level. Remember, we had that resistance-ish level at 15,300-ish level and then pushed above it. Now the question is whether or not those stocks are going to follow through, okay? Now the biggest stocks to gain were really the chip makers. AMD, nice move to the upside to 118. If you look at NVIDIA, that one was another one that pushed us higher, okay? This looks very similar to the NASDAQ. This stocks, if you look at the chart, we hit a high, okay, which was a double high of 470, and now we're pushing to 483. So we're seeing some strength here. Intel also pushing back to its highs. And so looking at Microsoft, new highs for the year. This is a tremendous move on the upside for Microsoft. This is getting significantly stronger versus everything. Okay, Facebook also on its highs as well at 328. So we're seeing some tremendous strength going into the holiday season. We're starting Thanksgiving towards the end of the month, and that's usually a time when we generally rally. Now looking at Bitcoin, Bitcoin had a nice spurt last week and continue going higher and then holding to its gains at 37K right now. Okay, so this may even push even further going into the end of the year, which cyclically it does. So keep that in mind. This is Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.